it was KS birthday until last night, man. So doing it now, man. May he rest in peace. May his spirit rest in peace, man. His word is still here. May his family and everybody that loved him and he loved, may they all be doing well. So, being that I admire the man so much, I'm gonna show just a couple of my favorite streams of his, man. We ain't gonna be here too long. We're just gonna show just a couple of things, man, to show my appreciation to the brother. So I'm gonna start off with this one here. Let's see where we at. This one here.
Men are just asking black women to be nice to us. That's it. Just be nice to us. And they can't get that in mass on a regular basis. I don't know if you ladies really understand how bad it is. But then when you see a black girl get hit in the face with a skateboard, you want black men to check him because he shouldn't have hit her. There should be no violence. But then you ask yourself a question. Why does this black man feel so detached from this black woman? When you go into the same old trope of black women do this because of we're mourning for our brothers. And I'm like, whoa, I know more black men who say, I ain't got to worry about the white man. I got to worry about this woman laying next to me. This is my oppressor. This is my abuser. This is the one that calls CPS and child support and the white man on me when I ain't doing what the hell she think I should be doing. This is what brings the white man into my house. Black men are just asking black women to be.
And before I saw that clip, man, that's what I was saying on my streams, man. I got a couple streams where I was saying that exact shit. They the one that connect us to the government, man, with those actions. So that right there, just to hear him say that, I'm like, yo, that's cool. Definitely a dope fucking dude, man. Dope dude, man. So I got this next clip right here. This one's a little bit longer. He's explaining to this young lady how men and women are different, right? We're not really equal. Like women want to be equal, but we're really not equal, man. And he actually breaks down who contributes what to this world, right? They always say, women are the fastest business entrepreneurs and all of that shit. But he made the point that they don't make businesses that contribute to society. Meaning you don't employ, like when a woman makes a business, she doesn't make a business that employs men and women. When men make businesses, they make businesses that employ men and women. When a woman makes it, she just makes a business that just benefits her, right? And you know what? I say, he's fucking right. Let's get into the video. This is a thing I did for him here. Well, I didn't do this, so let me get it right. Destro. There's a channel called Lord Destro, and he did this here. He had the AI generate this here, St. Kevin Samuel Titus. But I like this right here. When I play my streams with him on it, I like to use this. All right, let's watch this.
Society, you know the answer. It just, modern women tend to not like the fact that you are not equal to men physically.
I agree with you. Women are not equal to men physically, but war is not just about physicality. It's about tactic. It's about intelligence. It's about using other things. You can win a war with not just physicality.
Okay, show me where women have been able to survive in
What fucking war was ever won? My bad. Let me not get into it.
a group by themselves. Anytime. Where?
I can't quote off. I don't have a book, but there have been female societies.
No, they don't. Ma'am, because what you're saying is Even talking about war. All right, you know what? You got all the strategy in the world. Ooh, you still gotta sleep. And see, this is what I mean. Modern women really have a problem admitting, damn, the reason I can have these modern women's notions is because men have civilized the world in general and have built a structure of government and security to where you can be right where you are, feeling safe to espouse these things. But if the men stop protecting that society, no more police, no more fire, no more government, none of that. What? You got.
That is one thing I will comment on. You know, and I think men need to do a way better job than what we're doing when it comes to court systems and things of that nature. Child support, divorce, alimony, how things are allocated, even sentencing in criminal cases. It's so uneven. Men protect everybody on this planet, everybody on this blue ball, except men, right? Like judges know this woman doesn't need fucking $40,000 for child support, bro. You know, if you gave this broad $10 million up front, you don't need to make this guy give her $100,000 for fucking alimony and $40,000 for child support, bro. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know she didn't have one fucking palm in this guy's business, and you want to give her fucking 30-something billion dollars? Like, bro, this shit is crazy. It's fucking crazy. When we're talking about the rich, even when we're talking about regular average earning men, this guy brings in fucking $5,000 a month, bro. You like, why are you giving this broad $1,200? After taxes, that $5,000 goes up. Man, that motherfucker ain't got no money. Like, this shit's just not even. Women come into men's spaces, jobs, career fields, just to do less. They literally go there to do less because they know somebody's going to want to feel on, want to experience them and all of that shit, and they use that. They bargain that their own sexuality. They bargain with their sexuality to get a fucking easier position, an easier post, man, you can't even, when you have females in your damn section, you can't even talk the same. You got two dudes say they on their lunch break in the cafeteria. You got two dudes in there talking about what they did over the weekend. Maybe they had a couple of girls or some shit. You got to change your whole fucking conversation because this broad came and sat down at the table. Now you can't even talk about that shit because she might get offended and file a damn EEO complaint or some shit like that. Like, it's just... So no, we're not equal.
You guys are out here.
All right, let me pose a certain argument as well. I also find that a lot of the violence and animosity that exists in the world came from a man.
And
a lot of matriarchal societies have less war and have more.
No, they don't. That's not true.
Yeah, they do.
She don't know what she's talking about.
No, okay. Hey, first of all, the wars, most conflict comes as a result of women. Most wars in the
because of men, though.
Okay, name me the matriarchal society that you're talking about that existed and thrived.
You want to get technical? It came because women are fucking whores. Troy was fought over a bitch because the bitch snuck away with the other nigga. If she had some decency about herself and didn't fucking sneak away, there wouldn't have been a war.
Matriarchal society that exists and thrives.
Definitely have at some point in my life looked this up because I was having this argument a couple of years ago, maybe like 3, 4, 5 years ago with my friend Luz and her husband. And we were discussing this and we were looking up different examples where we saw that a lot of matriarchal societies, specifically like in Africa.
Societies where?
In Africa, where they were they were much more communal.
Again, this is that warrior.
They were much more warrior princess, and there was less war.
Man, less war.
Go to Africa. Go to Africa. They got a village out there for y'all. No bullshit. They got a village out there just for women. If they have sons, when their sons turn 18, their sons got to leave the fucking village because they don't like men. They don't fuck with men. Even though she literally raised the motherfucker for 18 years, they still kick him out of the village. Women, like, their logic is fucking dumb. But listen, man, just go to Africa, man. It's like, I don't understand. They damn sure be getting their villages raided. Their village is getting raided right fucking now.
War does not mean.
What I find is that
what it comes right down to is less war, no war. Without men, you would not. Without men, you guys would perish quickly. You need men because even in those matriarchal societies where women, they still had men to manipulate the environment. Why is it so hard for women to just admit that we are different and we're different for a reason?
I agree that we are different.
But there's an order.
I agree we are different, but I don't think that what I am disagreeing with you with is that I don't think that we can't not survive without men. At least to the end. Like, for instance, if men were to disappear today, I'll figure out how to survive to the end of my days. Particularly, I'm going to speak for myself. I will end up figuring it out.
Okay,
but
it's going to be a real shitty situation, I'll tell you that. Because you'll be able to use the things that men have built now. You know, bathrooms, plumbing, electrical, all of that shit, right? But when that shit breaks down and you got to get it repaired, but you don't know how to fucking do it, by the time it would take you to figure that shit out, guys might be done.
You say
that, men will be able to survive to the end of their days, and women, I don't agree with that necessarily.
As a woman, you say that. What state do you live in?
I live in California.
All right. Have you ever lived in your city where they have had the power out for 2 weeks?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Have you ever lived in a state where okay, so you've never experienced massive power outage. Have you ever lived in a place where the water was off for a week?
No.
Okay, ma'am, I hate to break it to you. How long do you live without water? Fresh water. How long does a human being live?
3 days.
I think it's 72 hours without water.
3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 30 days without food or something, or 3 months without food.
Yeah, 30 days without food, I think 3 days without water.
So the point is, you want to see a real live example without all the theory? When you leave, go to Amazon Prime and go look up Bear Grylls. The name is Bear Grylls. Grylls, the island.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, where he drops a group of men on an island in the middle of the Pacific, and they have to survive for 6 weeks. That's season 1. Season 2, they expanded it. They dropped women on one island, men on another. The environment to allow women to survive. Man, it's just not your role to live by yourself. You say you could survive. Okay, let's say you can, but all it takes is an injury. Then what all that can-do spirit, what about the other women? You break an ankle. I've broken an ankle. You ever break a bone?
Yes.
Then what? See, men can still get stuff done because even with a broken bone, men can manipulate the environment. Something happens to that roof in the building you're on. Who possesses the strength to patch it, even if you had the materials? You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying. What I find is that even everything that you're saying, a certain amount of knowledge on both ends can A knowledge and a adaptation is
You
what it
can
is.
have all of the knowledge in the world. If you cannot lift the items, there's no knowledge. If you cannot create a fulcrum, there is, see, that's what I mean. Men have built the world so well
that they think they'll be
where
all
you
right.
ladies don't even realize how it was built. You just use it. And that's the point. We do that because, you know what? Women like comfort. Women like running water. Women like heating air and lights, because if we can make you comfortable, we can have sex. That's why we did all this. But now the social contract is such that women have basically told men,
We did all this shit. We brought the movies into the goddamn house so we can Netflix and fucking chill. You know what I'm saying? All these goddamn TikTok lights and shit and hookah and all of that stupid shit. It's for the bitches. Yeah. Man, you'll see these niggas smoking hookah in the club, but that shit is feminine as fuck, man. Niggas, yeah. Think men smoking hookah is some metrosexual borderline shit, bro. Putting the stick in your mouth and you're sucking on this stick, blowing bubbles and smoke. That shit is crazy. Yeah. Be a man and get a fucking cigar. You know what I'm saying? Or your fucking weed or whatever. But hookah, nigga? You smoking hookah? Get the fuck out of here.
okay, thank you for civilizing the world in general, clearing, basically ending war, because in my lifetime, there's not been any world wars. There's not been any real wars. Outside of COVID, we have not had any plagues. Infant mortality is, if you got pregnant, you just automatically assume you're going to have a healthy baby, instead of losing 30% in childbirth, dying in childbirth. And then we have done such a good job to where women, instead of saying, wow, I have all these freedoms and choices, to the point now women turning to men and saying, well, I can do this without you. And men are looking at you like, are you out of your mind?
What I also think a lot of the things that you're saying in terms of like what led to quote unquote civilization as you're speaking, there have been women influences in that as well.
Name me 5 great female inventors.
Excuse me?
5 great female
you don't
inventors.
speak
I'll give
to
you one, Madame Curie. Go.
I was going to say Madame Curie.
That's the only one you got.
Of course.
Well, I think also we don't learn about a lot of these things. And a lot of the times,
because women
they do exist. But they do
no,
exist.
they don't. No, they don't. Like not like women want them to. Because when human beings are left alone, we assort ourselves well. See, when humans are left alone, men tend to gravitate towards science, engineering, technology, and math. Why are there still less than 5% of all college students in science, engineering, technology, and math? Why are less than 5% women?
I think also that that's the way that society gears men towards.
Yo, I fucking hate her. I fucking hate her and women that think like her. Like, you guys are always trying to shift it to where, like, no, that is not how it works, man. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. You just don't want to accept it, and you like want to, like you guys don't even want to be equal. You don't want to be equal to men. You want to fucking conquer niggas, bro. I know that shit. I'm sure everybody else know that shit too. Just want to conquer motherfuckers, man.
No, ma'am.
Literally from
no,
elementary.
You have a choice.
From elementary school. I'm gonna tell you right now. From elementary school, through junior high school, they cater towards men. They gear the men towards those things.
They used to.
That is true.
That is not, ma'am. They used to do that when they had home ec and shop. No, in this feminist world, it's a gender neutral curriculum.
This. We are not even seeing the effects of the gender neutral world. We are just now
we're starting to see the effects of it.
Of a gender neutral world with Gen Z.
We're starting to see the effects of it. We're starting to see the.
We are literally just starting to see the effects of it. That's we still see in this world.
Okay, man.
Girls play with Barbie. Boys play with
Why
cars.
are women not going into the trades, science? Why are women not going into the very things that help the society run? Women,
because they don't like to lift heavy shit or work in uncomfortable conditions. They don't want to be out there actually responsible for shit, bro. They don't want to be responsible for shit. They want all the fucking authority with no responsibility. It's close to it. They want to work in the AC in the fucking summer and in the heat in the winter at the desk, fucking dodging phone calls and shopping on fucking Temu. That's what the fuck they want to do, bro.
When left to their own, go into humanities and the arts. They don't go into science,
because that's what they cater women towards.
That's not what they cater towards.
I'll tell you this right now: the world in 100 years.
What the fuck is she talking about? That's what they cater the women towards. Miss, who chose what the fuck you went to school for? What the fuck is she talking about? That shit makes no goddamn sense, man.
It's going to be completely different.
Always just, yo, man. Oh, God, bro. It's like always this victim mindset. Then it turns into this triumphant fucking, I broke all the odds and all of this shit, and here I am champion, and man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Now, different, excuse me, now that there's not a
are you trying to tell me that women, are you trying to tell me
even in education they cater women towards certain things and they cater men towards certain things?
No.
Sir, are you really sitting here telling me that in school they don't cater people towards one way or the other depending on what their gender is?
Kev, what the fuck? You like 10 seconds behind checking this bitch.
Louder and louder and louder. No.
Thank you.
No,
they do, sir.
Don't overtalk me on my show.
Okay.
That's rude.
Sir.
Because I'm going to ask you. Okay, you were raised by your parents. Did you go to public?
I went to public school.
So a public school curriculum. Are you telling me in the public school curriculum, they shifted women in one direction and men another?
When I sat down with my guidance counselor, yes.
No.
When I sat down with my guidance counselor, they're like, hey, Mel, why don't you look into nursing instead of this? I'm like,
guidance counselor, what did your mother and father do?
My mother and father also wanted me to be more feminine and take more feminine routes than what is considered a masculine route.
So again, now what we're doing, audience, is lacking accountability. Because now you're saying the reason you are where you are is because your parents put you here and the guidance counselor. You're 36?
Mm-hmm.
When you went to college, who paid for it?
The state paid for it.
Uh-huh. And did you get a scholarship?
Technically, yes.
Okay, did you have any student loans?
Yes.
Did you get to choose your curriculum?
I did choose my curriculum.
Okay, so mommy and daddy had nothing to do with that, neither did the guidance counselor. That was your choice.
No, they did not.
No, you got to choose.
Yeah, I did choose.
Okay.
I think what we're failing to understand is even within choice.
Ain't nobody failing.
Even within choice, and you use accountability, right? Even within choice, the choices you have are also based on how you learned.
I don't believe in this predetermined stuff. You have choices.
I do believe that. If you learn something to be and you naturally are going to select choices in the way that you have learned. It's psychology.
Why again, I don't believe in predeterminism because it goes to learned helplessness. Women have a choice. You could choose to go to the Mayo Clinic and become an engineer just like so many women that follow my platform. And if I actually allowed you on my YouTube platform, women would shout you down for saying that they don't have choices. They will steer this way. You can choose.
I never said that they don't have choices.
Okay, but so who's responsible for your outcomes? Basically saying that your choices, they steered you this way. They steer guys into athletics too. But you can still decide to do something else. And when left alone, even outside of this bizarro land you're talking about, women still they are trying to, since you want to talk about it, they are pushing women to get, Title IX is pushing women to the STEM, and women aren't going there. They don't want to do it. They're offering women scholarships that go unfulfilled at the University of Oklahoma. They can't get them in there. They don't want to.
I think, again, what I'm saying is the effects of what's going on now, where even playing with different toys, specifically with different toys, I am now seeing toys that can cater to a female engineer now, like maybe within the last 5 years, 6 years. I didn't have those toys growing up where I could build things and use my.
Okay, so I see what she's saying. she's referring to back in the day where boys played with trucks and girls played with fucking Barbie. Okay? But as you get older, those things fucking change. You're not just stuck in playing with boys playing with trucks and girls playing with Barbie. Like she's really trying to act like the world stopped her or stops women from going into other fields. Everybody knows that they go into the fields that is most comfortable to them because they want to be in the fucking AC in the fucking summertime and the heat in the damn wintertime and fucking shop on Temu and play on a damn computer and not answer phones and shit all damn day. That's what the hell that shit is.
My curiosity in that way as a girl, because the girls played with girls' toys and the boys played with boys' toys.
I mean, you can say,
and then, regardless of the fact, I'm not saying that the choice doesn't exist, but regardless, it is a learned experience. You make choices from your learned experience.
Yo, this bitch is crazy, man. I can't believe he ain't curse her ass out, Jack.
I'm not going to try to change the way a feminist or a womanist thinks because it's pointless.
Yeah.
The bottom line is this. You wanted a world where you were more equal, you got it. And with equality comes accountability. So you want to be more equal and have the choice, then if you want to be equal, then here's what you also need to do. Title IX, you're supposed to be equal pay for equal work. You need to be serving equality on the front lines. You need to be equally in the sewers, equally on the trucks, equally on the skyscrapers, equally in the fire department, equally in the police department, without any changing of the rules. You need to be able to do a 200-pound dead man's carry if you want the same money. This world has catered to women's desires and fantasies and made so many women today believe you're special and you're just, I want to say just average, but you're not really producing. Women take from a society.
Yes.
Men give. Give you a case in point. Korea, and those Korea and Japan, South Korea and Japan, two civilizations that are dying. Why? Because people under 30 are not mating. They are not having even replacement rates of population. What's happening? The people who are elderly are dying by themselves. It's called kodo koshi. The difference is, when men used to be hermits, not married, bachelors, they would still work to the end of their existence. And if a man became homeless or something else like that, he would take little or no resources from the state after working for the federal government or the military. Women, on the other hand, demand resources from the state. In Korea, it's going bankrupt trying to provide for women who've chosen to become florists, working in offices. Women are not even making enough money for their economy to supplement their existence. So basically, the men of the society who aren't married to you, aren't having sex with your babies, are still having to provide for you out of their pay through the society. And it's killing us, it's crippling us. And it has happened throughout history. Anytime a society goes Western, anytime a society starts going more towards LGBTQ, open sexuality, things like that, and womanism, feminism, the collapse is not far behind. You can't sustain a society without producers.
I don't believe that women cannot be producers.
I didn't say they can, they're just not. I don't care what they can be. I don't care what they are.
You know, they'll give you this argument. Oh, we're the most entrepreneurs or some shit like that, right? The truth of the matter is with that is how many of them make fucking lasso tea or you know, bullshit like that? Like they make things that people don't fucking use, but women. You know, you need to make something else besides what only women can use to actually be considered a damn help in society. You're not helping nobody. Crazy.
Okay, so and I think you and I are just gonna always defer in that opinion, because what you're basically saying
Here come
is
the
an
hammer.
absolutist idea that is not necessarily true. Women can be producers and women can
He
produce.
didn't say you could not. He said you choose not. As a matter of fact, women will make some shit and they'll be like, oh, women only. Like, what the fuck? Women opened up some damn bagel shop or cafe or something where they only charged men the damn tax. If you were a man and you went into this lady's shop, you had to pay more for whatever you ordered. You and the woman next to you could order the same fucking thing. Your shit's gonna cost more because you're a man. Like, women are the most selfish motherfuckers out of the two of us. They're selfish.
Are there certain things that men can be more effective at in terms of what their physicality allows?
Okay,
Yes.
let me stop you right here. Okay, I grant you, women can do it, but if they're not doing it because they have a choice. And it seems to me the only way to get women to produce like you say they can be is to compel them.
I don't necessarily think it's to compel them, but it's to teach both male and females that they are completely capable of doing these things.
That completely went over her head. Did you see that? That completely went over her head. He said the only way you can get them to do it is to compel them, meaning force them. She says, no, I don't think it's to compel them. Like I think it's to some. No, he's telling you the only way you can get you bitches to do that is to force you to do it, to steer you to do it, make you do it. Like, that shit went totally over her fucking head. Look,
is to compel them.
I don't necessarily think it's to compel them, but it's to teach both male and females that they are completely.
She didn't even fucking understand what he said, bro. Fucking airhead, man.
Capable of doing these things outside of their physicality. You get what I'm saying? So for me personally,
California, it's a donor. California contributes to the federal, to the government. You're a donor state. You make more income and you contribute. In the middle of the country, they are not contributors, but they take more. Do you think the average working woman pays in more or takes out more of society?
I don't have that data, and I wouldn't know. But
you take more.
Yeah, because
yes,
that's why society's.
She gonna try to act like she doesn't know. So yeah,
that's why societies are crumbling, because when left to your own, even if women possess the intellect and the ability, they don't.
And there's way more women than there are men. So the minority is taking care of the majority.
They don't possess the aptitude or the desire to want to go into the things that really produce. You know, at 36 years old, just like I did at 51 years old, that going to school in engineering was going to give you a higher rate of income than going to school in English. But there are still people who go English, art, history, dance, this, that, such, and so forth. And they do it in a society, one, because they don't have to worry, because at the end of the day, we have a government safety net and women can basically rely on the system, but it's breaking, it's broken. You live in California. You can go out into any part of California and see tent cities growing. And you know what's starting to grow more than anything else? It used to be men. Now it's starting to fill up with women.
Yeah.
Right.
He's fucking saying yeah like you knew that shit. She ain't know that shit. You know, I used to always watch his content, you know, because I found it to be entertaining, right? But I'm gonna tell you, when I saw this, let me show you this real quick. Oops, yeah, okay. When I saw this, I saw what he was trying to do. Where we at? All right, take a look at this. This is what he was trying to get them to understand. All right, we got 75,000, 50,000, and 30,000. We're just going to look at the 50,000.
$1,500 a month from Social Security. Nearly 9 out of 10 people aged 65 and older receive Social Security benefits, making it an essential. Average lifetime salary was about $50,000.
Right.
Yes, we factored in inflation and pay increases. Social Security takes your top 35 earning years, adjusts them for inflation, adds them all together, then divides that number by 420, or the number of months in 35 years. That gives you $4,196. Still with me? That figure gives you your average indexed monthly earnings, or AIME. Simply put, it's your monthly pay for the last 30.
Now, if they left it at that, people will be doing a lot better than what they are. It don't stay at that.
35 years. But there's still some math to get through. Your benefits are determined by 3 bend points in an equation. It's almost like a tax bracket, but it's used to give you money instead. The less money you've made, the higher a percentage of your salary you'll get back. This is designed to help low-wage retirees. Here's how the bend points work based on your average monthly salary from before. You get 90% of your salary from the first $926. That's over $800. The next bend is a little trickier. You get 32% of your earnings between $926 and $5,583, which comes out to over $1,000. And at $50,000, we won't have to worry about the third bend. So now we have our number. You can expect almost $1,900 in Social Security from a $50,000 salary if you take your benefits at the earliest possible age of 62. These numbers assume a lot of variables, but give you a picture of what to expect when you retire.
So when you look at that and you see that they're going to get $1,800 in Social Security, that shit ain't even rent today, bro. They got to move to you have to move to fucking Peru or some shit, man. $1,800, and that's off of a chick making $50,000. Like, so I saw what he was doing. He's trying to pull a coat and say, "Yo, listen, you're gonna be eating fucking cat food and drinking Flint, Michigan water if you keep on playing games with these men, not being able to get along with a man and all that shit. You gonna fuck yourself up." That's what he was trying to teach these damn broads. But they fucking dumb. You can't teach.
And there's nothing.
But women are also one of the fastest growing entrepreneurs, one of the fastest growing small.
Well, look at the dumb shit. But what the fuck are they? What are they creating? What are they creating? Like she trying to act like they opening up motherfucking banks or goddamn insurance company. I mean, like what the fuck are they opening? Braiding shops? Fucking, come on, man. This damn mouse is getting on my nerves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facts. What? What? Yo, what the hell is wrong with her? Society is set up that way. So then shut the fuck up. Then you can't do it then. Because it's not you outnumber the men in fucking society. You get grants and loans faster than men in society. Society's just set up that way. Especially if you was fucking a black chick. Yeah, they'll fucking give you if me and a black chick going for the contract for the city, they'll overlook me and go straight to her because she's a fucking female. So what the fuck is she talking about, man? This bitch getting on my nerves, man.
Have to catch up to men right now. That's what we got to do. We got to catch up to men right now. It's like saying that the systemic racism doesn't exist. Right now, women have to catch up to men.
And hold on. Okay. Hold on. Who's feeding and clothing and taking care of you while you're catching up? Who's carrying that bill?
I'm taking care of myself.
That's you. But for the most part, women take more than they're putting in. So that time that you need to catch up, it's on another man's dime. It's on the men of the country's dime.
At this moment in time, I agree with you. There are more women who are taking than are producing, but there are women who are producing, and then there are more women who are producing at a higher rate.
Okay, women who are producing, for the women who are producing, you're not producing enough for your gender. See, men can produce. See what men do. We produce enough for our gender and to cover you. Women produce.
We even no, run that back, Kev. Not only that, we also God damn, man, that shit fucked me up. I gotta hear it again. Hold on.
We produce enough for our gender and to cover you. Women produce enough. The women who do produce tend to produce enough for them. You don't produce enough for you and other women. Women still are relying.
Got it. All right. Yeah. And also, we also bend the rules so you could fucking play along. We'll actually lower the standards and not be able to perform a job to its full capacity because we're letting you play along. I was in the military and I was in law enforcement. My PT tests were way different than the broads. So if you go to, prime example, the Secret Service, when they did that DEI shit, and Trump had some Secret Service broads on his team, the bitches are shorter, slower, you know what I'm saying, and we're more scared. So if you need to do 40 push-ups for a man to qualify, right? But women only got to do goddamn 15. You're just compromising the safety of somebody by putting these bitches on the fucking team. But you lower the fucking standards to let them play along. Like, that shit right there should really be out of the fucking window. Because when they're in the academy, they're damn sure getting paid the same amount, right? He had to do 40 push-ups. You had to do 15. Starting for him was 45,000. Starting for you was 45,000. How is that fair? How is that fair? Bitches will call out because they got their goddamn period, or because they're fucking pregnant, or kind of shit. Men can't do that. Get the fuck out of here, man.
On men, and it's about time that you women start admitting and acknowledging the fact that you do require us to be on this planet. Because if we didn't have the water running and the roadways fixed and the security and the fire, you couldn't do what it is you do. We provide an environment for you to even have an.
This very platform she over here talking shit on is because of us.
Economy.
But those jobs were set for men before women would even enter those jobs.
No. Is that true or false?
Those are historically male-dominated jobs.
See, so audience, see what we're doing? No. Is that true or false?
This is true, but you're speaking. You're speaking about what the effect is without the cause. You're not discussing the cause. This is a male-dominated thing. You really think a woman can't make an education system? You think a woman can't fix a road? You think a woman can't build a house?
No. Why can't women like yourself acknowledge the fact before you move the goalpost?
Thank you.
What I'm saying is that yes, right now men do a lot of those things. Can women do those things? Yes. Women can do those things.
Why? Okay, ma'am, but are they?
But now if we lived in a society where it was.
I'm sorry, I can't finish this because this bitch made me want to punch her in her motherfucking face. I can't. You know what? I don't even want to hear the rest of these fucking bitches, man. I'm out. That shit just pissed me off. What's supposed to piss me off? I'm out at y'all later, man. Fuck this shit. I'm out.